Week 2 of the Arenalacrosseleague starts here and now at Memorial Arena in Brampton, home of the defending all-champions. It's a Friday night matchup between the Oshawa Outlaws and the Brampton Express. Hello again, Lance Wynn partnered up with JVI Productions. Thanks for joining us. Starting goalies for the Outlaws, the visitors, it'll be Quentin Greenfield that gets the call, and at the other end, Mateo Bowden gets the start for the Express. Officials for tonight's game, an all-star crew. Bad Brad Fennell is the crew chief. He's working with Mark Sandman Sands and Tyler Frosted Flakes. Head coaches for Oshawa making their debut, of course, in the 9th season. It is Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael as co-head coaches. Justin Warner is the assistant for Brampton. Jeff Dowling is the man in charge. He's assisted by Kevin Haynes and Ryan Campbell. So as we get set to go here, of course, the Outlaws fell to the Riverwolves last week, 18-16 in the season opener. Brampton winners 13-8 over Toronto in a rematch of last year's All Cup. So 0-1, 1-0. We're underway here at Memorial Arena. First touch, Curtis Ward. He'll work it over the timeline. Penn Astrat out there, as is Zach Sunderland. He'll take the first shot of the game. Good save made there by Bowden. Now look to turn it up quick. Josh Tagore on the run. Quick pass across, but a good stick check as Mac McPherson was looking for an opportunity. Ball rolling around behind the net, and that door comes ajar, and we'll see. Possession will belong to the Outlaws. So the Outlaws missing their top scorer and captain in John St. John. They feel that they have got enough in the Haig brothers and some other veterans to make sure that they get the job done. So we're going to go with a draw ball off that initial delay. Of course, this game 1 of week 2. Another solo matchup tomorrow, Six Nations Toronto, and then a doubleheader on Sunday at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Set to go again. Jonah Beam in the circle. Doesn't control, but a good job to get back on that is Ben McDonnell. And McDonnell going to try to high step it over the line, but he gets bumped by Estrat, forced to turn over, and now the Express will take it quickly the other way. Peyton Wallace shot right on, and of course Wallace spent some time with these Outlaws. So up against his former team, Ryan Nolan, the vet. Sends it over across the Haig, and we're going to have too many on the floor right off the bat. And I think the first penalty of this game is going to go against the Outlaws. So that is going to be the case. And last season, the Brampton Express had the most lethal and efficient power play in the league. This year, they started it off 3 for 3, so they are perfect. Keep an eye out there as their usual suspects out on that left and right side. Estrat working with Sutherland. Ward, he'll shift over. You've got Ferreira out there as well. Usually Whiteside in game 1, but this time around, different story as they will work it back. 10 on the shot clock. Trying to look to duck in. That shot right on, but a good save, and it'll be a reset 20 for the Express. This time, good shoulder save. So Greenfield getting tested early. And this time that shot goes awry, and now Oshawa will get a chance to move it up. Full changes, and they'll try to burn some clock here. Will the Outlaws? Plenty of time on the shot clock still to work. Zach Terry had a big game last week, 5 goals and a helper. This time it's Haig, and Haig takes a shot from behind, and hopefully he's going to be okay. Slow to get up, but of course Garrett in the lineup today, and he'll need some assistance. Back to work on the offensive end, Ward. Out there working. Mitchell Jeffroy out there as well. And they'll give everyone a touch, and now down to 10. Good job by Tagore to jump out on that, force the pressure. Sutherland Again, good defense by the Outlaws. Shot clock just goes off, so a good defensive hold by Oshawa, and they'll get it back with 10 seconds left in the man short. Nick Webb looking for a bit of open carpet to go to. Nick Webb's come a long way from his first game in this Arena Lacrosse League. Good to see that progression. Shot from way out, a lot of bounce on that ounce, too much by Terry, and it'll be Brampton ball now in the offensive end. Under 12 minutes to go, opening quarter, we are scoreless. Jump start to week 2 in the Arena Lacrosse League. Ward looking to turn the corner, gets bounced out by Nolan. Nolan looking for some help. Gets it in Aiden Saint. That shot again steered aside by Greenfield. And possession will remain right here, early hit. Jeff Roy, he'll work it across. Ferreira, they'll work the two-man game left side. Jeff Roy gets the screen, works the roll. That goes off the defender. Good job, and Ferreira tries to go for the crease dunk, and nothing doing there. Oshawa now with possession. Jeff Geddes will move it up, one pass. Saint over the timeline. He'll curl out. He'll wait for Jake Gilmore to get situated. Of course, Gilmore a big part of this Oshawa offense. He'll work at half boards, take the underhand, and it was under all right, under the beams here in the old barn, and possession belongs now to Brampton. Colin Matthews, the speedster, works around. He'll do a loop, look for something to open up, and he'll dump it off Ferreira. Ferreira, skip pass across, keep it on the right. Sunderland gets a screen. He'll take that shot right on. Good save. Ball pops loose in the dotted half circle. Scooped up on the move now is McDonnell. Donnell will give way to Gareth Haig. Haig will slow things up. Wait for the rest of the offense. Terry will jump out there on that left side. Working out there as well as Dakota Brown. Gilmore looking to set a screen. Good job causing a whole lot on that left side, but that shot goes up and out of play. Possession now back the other way to the Express. Gage Board. Board steps into one and puts a good dent in that chest protector, and we'll go back the other way, inching toward the 10-minute mark here, opening quarter. Outlaws and Express. Oshawa looking for their first win of the season. The defending champs looking to build on their first. Good save made, and in transition, here come the Express with numbers. Trying to go far side, not able to do a whole lot with that one. And now we'll set things back up with Haig on the left side. Haig steps into a bouncer and finds the back of the net. 1-0 for the Outlaws. That's Gareth Haig doing a good job of taking what the defense gives you. They sag back. Haig stepped into a good overhand, worked the carpet, and found the 5-hole for his second goal of the season. First of the game. Off the draw. Nate Jones. Jones trying to turn the corner. Good flip. Finds Board. Board will swing it across. Beam. Beam will stay out there, play some offense. Still working Estrat. Estrat on the fly. Quick shot. Again, good job steering that one aside, and fresh 20 to work with for Brampton. They'll get their full offense out there and set things up with Ward. Jones sees an opening, but that goes off a stick. Good job defensively. And he'll get it back, no reset. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked down by Saint. Saint doing a good job. Closed that up. Oshawa with some good defense now. They'll bring it over the timeline and set things up. Gilmore will go to work on O here. Colton McNutt out there as well, and tight. Beauty finish. So a nice job there by Zach Terry. That's his first of the game, 6th of the season. Like I said, had a big day last week with 5 goals. Continues on his torrid pace now, 2-0 for the Outlaws. So Oshawa doing a good job of executing and taking advantage of the opportunities given to them by this Brampton team. This game has gone back and forth so far. We're at the 8.5-minute mark. Brampton now trailing by a couple. Estrad. Reverse pivot, looks to go in, takes it hard and tucks it in the corner. So Penn Estrad gives the Express a little jump start that they needed. His first of the game, third of the season, but more importantly, cuts the deficit in half now. It's 2-1. Good job by Penn Estrad. That's where the experience comes into play. Estrad knew he had a step on a defender and lulled him out just far enough to use his speed to blow by him. Goes airborne, and that's tough. Colin Matthews doing a great job to get a traffic chance here. Nate Jones, that shot robbed. Great save there. Spreading the arms wide was Greenfield. Quick chance in transition. Tagore can't hold it. Gilray, backhand tries. Stopped, though, by Bowden. And two good opportunities by the Oshawa offense, but better goaltending keeps the score the same. Max Brook, he'll retreat. So he'll stay out there, and they'll work it across to Jeffroy. Jeffroy gets a screen from Ward, takes a shot, and that's steered aside just enough. Good job to get on that defensively. It's tight. Jeffroy looking at a cutter, and Ferreira can't connect. Ward beats a man. Ward, good dump off. Tough pass to handle. Inside out twister. Good attempt by Ty Ingram, but didn't have much of an angle. And with 7:17 to go, that will take us to our first officials timeout. Welcome back. So far, some great flow to this lacrosse game here as we open up week 2. Just a reminder, the Arenalacrosseleague has changed our playoff format. No longer do all 8 teams make the playoffs. Top 6 will. Top 2 get a bye. Bottom 4 play quarters, move on to semis, and from there, McDonnell swing over, across, looking and sitting on the doorstep. Was McDonald. So we got a McDonnell and a McDonald in the lineup. Good job by Brampton to collect that and go back to work. 10 on the shot clock. McDonald shot from way out. Easy save made there. And possession belongs now to Ryan Nolan and the Outlaws. Nolan. Great composure to get it over. They'll set things up now. Terry at the top will swing it across. And they'll hold court right now with Gilray. Gilray dumps it off. Reed Chamberlain, swing around. 6 on the shot clock, shot way up, right on, but going to have to get it a bit closer. Right out in front, chance here. Haig tried to go bounce off the nub of the stick. The chances of that happening slim, tough break for Haig. And now Estrat, one pass, and they'll flip and set it up with Andrew Horsley. Horsley, he'll retreat. Offense now in full effect for the Express under 6 minutes. Lucas Ferreira, take that, couldn't find its way through. Good job to jump on that by Greenfield. Looks awfully agile. First time I've got a chance to see him, but he looks great so far. And putting on the brakes now and setting things up with Tagore. Left side, half boards. Swing across to a cutter, underhand right on. Great attempt there by Dakota Brown. And now the Express look to move it up. Man in the middle, nothing doing there. Good decision by Jeffroy. But from way out again, easy save made. Both teams playing great defense. They really are collapsing and forcing the opposition to take shots from well outside that dotted half circle. Good effort by Geddes to get it over the timeline, and now Haig. Haig, that one again, knocked down. Rebound, picked up. Terry ducks in, swing around, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Way out again. That one too much. That'll be a over and back violation, and possession will belong to Brampton. Looking for a cutter is Ferreira. He'll swing it around. Sunderland gets a screen. Ducks back off his own man. Ducks does a reduck on the duck. And Ferreira, Karam, tried to go short side, but great save by Greenfield and got just enough of it. And now a quick pass ahead gets Oshawa into the offensive end. McNutt. He'll roll out there, as will Chamberlain and Haig. Gilray already out there. Wrong stick side, a whole lot of bounce. Good idea from Haig. Just missed that top corner. Estrad, under 4 minutes to go. Quarter number 1. Sunderland. Got it in. Jeffroy, good job to lost it, then got it back. Jeffroy, quick swing. Another skip. Ward got airborne, got that shot on. Can't pick up that rebound. Oshawa all over the loose balls. Aiden Saint has it stripped and goes out of play. Last touch by Brampton, and Oshawa now will work it over the timeline. Brown swinging around down low. Gilray doesn't have the space. Brampton doing a good job of extending that. Perfect save there, as doing the splits was Bowden. And now on the run, here comes Board. Numbers for Brampton. Skip across. Great save. Rebound, another great save. How about Greenfield in the house here today, as he's being as stingy as Scrooge. Jeffroy swinging across. Dump in. Sutherland shot. Good shoulder save again, as Greenfield doing a good job between the pipes. Nolan gives way to Gilmore. They'll reset now. 2.5 minutes left in quarter number 1. Good crowd on hand here in Brampton. Gilray tried to play that off to Karam. 10 on the shot clock. Swing back out Haig. Brampton extends the D. Haig tries to beat a defender. Bounces off one. From way out, Gareth Haig. A tough one for Bowden based on what he's stopped before. I think he may have been screened a little either way. Second of the game for Haig, and it's 3-1 lead for Oshawa. I think that's just and I stand corrected, I believe it's a 4-1 game. No, it is a 3-1 game. Pardon my counter. I think that one may have, with the release point, may have fooled Bowden. I don't think he saw it. Backhand pass, backhand attempt, but creased the call. Brampton now will look to move it in. We are at the 2-minute warning. Working hard and getting that over the timeline is Wallace. Jeffroy. Good reverse. Jeffroy bounced, tried to go 5-hole. Good job with the basket. Greenfield closed that up. And an outlet pass. And the Outlaws look to get over the timeline. They do. Braden Hickey doing a good job. He'll retreat to the bench, and they'll set things up now with Brown. Brown will work it across. Gilmore, duck it in. Gilmore reaching out and touching someone there. So Gilmore and the Outlaws doing their thing here, first of the game, and it's 4-1. Great job by Jake Gilmore. Used every inch that he had to stretch out and reach past Bowden and tucked that ball in the far side before he landed in the crease area. And it's so far been a very impressive quarter for these Outlaws, as now Brampton will look to go to work. Nate Jones. Teetering on the line. They'll flip now, and Ward will take over. Reflip, and they'll work it on that right side. Max Brook. Brook swinging across Ferreira. Looking for Ward, one-on-one. Ward peels out, kicks back. Ferreira has some room. Ferreira. Beauty job on the finish. And we'll see here, and they are saying it is a goal. So an excellent job by Curtis Ward to draw the defender, gets it to Ferreira, and we have ourselves a 4-2 game. Ferreira's first of the season. I'll recheck that stat, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But 48 seconds left in this opening quarter. Off the draw. Beam took a hack at it. Ball loose. Jones battling for it. Scrum ensues. Rob Clofer in the mix as well. And too much. Jonah Beam will give it to the Outlaws. 37 seconds left now. So Oshawa will get it over the timeline, but there is a 6-second differential between shot and game. And with that said, Oshawa will call timeout, and they'll get to work in the drawing board. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Back here, set to go as the Outlaws will inbounds. 15 on the shot clock. They'll work it around, give everyone a touch. Gilmore works it back around behind the net. They'll do an interchange now and go to work. 5 on the shot clock. Haig, 5-hole. Well, he's got the Midas touch going here today as Gareth Haig parks his third of the game. Through the 5-hole, he has been consistent now, and it's 5-2 Oshawa. 10 seconds left on the clock, so well executed by the Outlaws. And a 5-2 game here. Off the draw. Battles ensues. Webb in there with Jones. Matthews scoop up. Gets kicked away, and 15 minutes have flown by here at Memorial Arena. 5-2 in favor of the visitors from Oshawa. Set to go here for second quarter action out of Brampton Memorial Arena. The defending champion Express taking on the Oshawa Outlaws. And off the draw, possession will belong to the Outlaws. So if Oshawa can continue to keep the pressure on and do their thing offensively, they're going to be tough to beat, but a long way to go here in a 5-2 game. Skip pass across, can't connect. Ball loose. Plenty of time with 10 on the shot clock. Chase back out, and doing a good job was Brown, but interference the call will give possession back to Brampton. Board over the timeline, looking to press the issue. Sutherland has a man looking for Ward. Ward's going to track that loose ball down, curl out. Strosser on him. Quick pass, Sutherland, a little late on that. That ball got knocked down. And now Estrad. Estrad on the run, wide of the mark. That'll go out of play and will stay right here for 20 more. Belongs to Brampton. They'll swing it around to Ferreira. Lucas Ferreira looking for an opening. Skip right across. Shot clock's on a manual count. A little bit of issues there, but no matter. Good defense by the Outlaws, and now it's Terry. Terry has a man with him, but they don't have the numbers, so a good job to slow things up, wait for the rest of the offense to filter out there. Gilmore on the same side. Terry gets a screen, a hard one, that's for sure. Looking inside traffic. Great stretch by Gilmore, but not this time as Bowden was hip to that game, and now Horsley thought better of it. He'll pull it out, and Jeff Roy will settle it down. Just underway here in the second quarter. Sunderland trying to get a step. Pulls it back, looks to a cutter. Nate Jones, great save. Rebound, and another good save. Another offensive board picked up, fresh 20 for the Express. Outstanding goaltending from Greenfield. That one, an interference call, too much on the screen, and a quick pass up ahead to Haig. Haig, one-on-one. Haig, dump off. Gilray holds on to it. He'll back out, gets a screen. There's too much on that. That's not going to work. And we're going to have too many on the floor. And I think this one's going to go against the Outlaws as well. So that is the case. So Brampton will go back to the power play, 0 for 1. They are 3 for 4 so far this season, so back to work with a man advantage and a chance to close the gap, trailing by 3. Jeffroy, he'll look, he's got some room. Jeffroy goes to the overhand, good save. Jeffroy out there on that left side with Ferreira. Ward's at the top, Sutherland and Estrat. Sutherland trying to find his groove as he's a bit of a slow start. And that goes up out of play. And they're going to see if that may have grazed the post or off the netminder, and they're going to say it was touched and will go. I thought that caught the edge of the post, but please don't depend on my eyesight. So a reset here at 20, and they'll work it to Estrat behind the net. Ferreira steps into one. That one steered aside. Rebound, loose. Tagore battles for it. Can't get it. 20 more. Just under a minute 20 left in the power play. Sutherland. That was a shot pass. Ferreira goes to the bounce, and laying on top of that again was Greenfield. Great athleticism, doing a good job. Tagore. He'll casually work it over the timeline. Final minute of the man short for Oshawa, Gilray. He'll look to shrug off a defender and board, work it across. 7 on the shot clock. Terry. He's just going to dump that back down, and a good job by the defense, and that includes Reed Chamberlain, who logged the last 10 seconds of that possession. So 30 seconds left now in the man advantage for the Express. Ward at the top, and he goes right into the midsection. Easy save made there, and we talked last week about some of the adjustments Brampton's made, but now Nolan takes matters into his own hands with a shot shorthanded. Great care, man. A good job, but that's an over and back call. And just 6 seconds left now. Got to remember that missing a Janke and a McNabb, two outstanding offensive players from last year. Great pass ahead. Chance for the Outlaws. Quick pass, a little late to get Haig. And a good idea from Brown, but Haig ran out of real estate. Brampton will move it up over the timeline. Sutherland looking to track it down with 10 on the shot clock. Great job by Tagore. He gets pinned against the boards. Ball remains loose. Max Brook in there as well. And that'll be a shot clock violation, so a good job by the Outlaws to hold it down in the defensive end. Cutting right off. Good job. Matthews jumps on that a chance now. Matthews ahead to Board. Board in alone. Gage Board off the beautiful right hand glove save by Greenfield as he read that nicely. Board will get it, penalty over, so Brampton now 0 for 2 with the man advantage, and it's Jones. Matthews, he'll stay out there for this offensive set. Ward, backhand pass, can't connect quite yet, working at Ingram. Ingram shot, finds the mark, so Ingram from a tough spot. I don't even think he knew he scored that goal, but he'll definitely take it. And a big one as it closed the gap now to 5-3. So Ty Ingram picks up his first. Late in the shot clock, but timing is everything. Under 9.5 to go here in this second quarter. Off the draw, Oshawa controls and looking to try to split the D, but a great job there was Clofer, couldn't do it. Now Nate Jones! Great passing play. Did a good job of taking that pass on the money from Peyton Wallace and burying it for his second of the season. Nate Jones had a fine game last week and is stepping up here as the Express have reeled off back-to-back markers to close the gap to 1. Oshawa now off the draw will get possession, and they're going to have to slow this roll here. Brampton gets on one. The defending champs are awfully tough to slow down. Terry gets a step, airborne, and tucks it in. So there's your answer. It comes swiftly, and in the form of Zach Terry with his second goal of the game. That young man now has 7 markers, and it's now 6-4 for Oshawa. Off the draw as Matthews had his stick taken out of his hands. Jones doing a good job with board. The pressure, Nolan's going to have to hurry here. One pass, Strocher, excellent job to get it to Haig. No look pass, wide open on the doorstep finish. So Ryan Nolan, the KG vet, instead of getting it over the timeline and going off, he stays in, fills the lane, Haig finds him, and it's a 7-4 game. Of course, Ryan Nolan has been in the Arenalacrosseleague since its inception almost 9 years ago, and as a league, we appreciate everything that he's done. He is the consummate professional. He's a great leader, a great teammate. And he goes out there and does a lot of the little things, the intangibles that don't go down on the stat sheet. Terry will kick it back out to Gilroy. Gilroy swinging across, under 8.5 to go in this first half. That shot through a crowd. Rebound picked up, and another good save, but that never found its way into the back of the net. It'll be a crease ball. And the inbounds will go to Horsley. Horsley, he'll stop, drop, and set up shop. Ward will work it to the half boards on the left side. Jeff Roy with him. Out there as well, Jaden Berge. Getting a step and dumping it off. That's an example there where if you're Curtis Ward, you got to take that shot. You've got the best angle, the best look, and certainly the skills to do it. And now Geddes, bounce pass across, gets it to Gilmore. Oshawa keeping things tight here in his first half. They work it across now. Terry trying to swim his way on Estrad. Nothing doing, out to Haig. Haig will regroup. One-on-one, but Haig doesn't see the man. That's from behind. So that was an easy call as Estrad tried to jump the double team, but numbers in the back. And with that said, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Set to go here. So first power play opportunity of the game for the Outlaws. After last week, they come in with a 50% efficiency rating on the power play. Brampton struggles on the PK. They gave up 3 shorthanded goals last week to Toronto while recording 3 themselves. So Haig's at the top. Terry's with him out there, and Gilmore goes to the underhand, but a whole lot of telegraphing. Beam, good job, board. Great one-handed scoop, but again, great transition defense by the Outlaws, and Beam now will hold it up, skip it across, almost turned it over though, and it's Sunderland. Saint all over him. Sunderland weaves in, but Saint used his long reach, knocked it away. And a good job now by the Outlaws. They'll collect it and bring it back down with just over a minute to go to man advantage. We're under 6.5 to go here in the second. 7-4 lead for the Outlaws. Searching for their first win of the season. Still got a ways to go in this one yet. Gilray, work it over. Haig and Gilray. Gilray from way out, too far with 6 on the shot clock, and that went off a defender, and clearly all 3 officials were all over that, so a fresh 20 for the Outlaws. They'll work it around the horn. Terry has some room, rings it off the iron, and that'll go all the way back. Matthews will threaten, but a good job there to scoop that up by Greenfield. Man, the kid can throw. Gets that over. Terry bouncer, and it's stopped and smothered as Bowden. Great job, great footwork to close the wickets. Matthews now, 15 seconds remaining in the Brampton penalty. He'll look to burn the rest of it off. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Ferreira. Penalty over now, team's back to full strength. Ward ducks in, swim, reverse. Can't get the shot off. Nolan jumped that. Great job by the vet to get right on that stick now, and it's up over the timeline, and a reset now with Clofer. He'll dump it off. Terry working along the side. McNutt dumps it off. 2-man game. Chance here as Gilray had that closed off. Good defense by Brampton now, and it's Estrad. Estrad on the move. Underhand pass. Ward had it. His stick partially deflected, went through the crease, so the ball belongs to the Outlaws. Good try in that transition, but both these two teams defensively rotating great. In the middle, bouncer stopped. So a good chance from Terry, who took a good feed, but now it's Board. Board, outnumbered. He'll wait. Jeff Roy will join him. Coming late on the trail, not able to corral that one was Ingram, and now turning it the other way, the Outlaws. Nolan, he'll curl out. Dump it, Haig. Hesitation back forwards, sidearm well wide. Picked up. And a good job there to get on the rebound by Hickey. Gilmore. 10 on the shot clock. Kick out. Haig will take that right on. Good pad save made. Rebound again belongs to the Outlaws. Got a delayed penalty coming. It's coming to Brampton from way out. Bullet stopped. Rebound, and Board will touch it. And once again, the Express will find themselves a man down here. So illegal cross-check, and it's going to go to Mitchell Jeffroy. So second power play opportunity for the Outlaws, 0 for 1 here with just under 3.5 to go. Second quarter. Just remember, the Outlaws without their leading scorer and captain, John St. John, not here. But as you can see so far in the opening half, guys are filling the void. Good chance in the slot from Haig, but couldn't get a whole lot on that as it collapsed well. Good pass, it goes up the side. Board going to try to run it down. He does. In there battling. Gage Board with 2 defenders on him. Working enough clock to slow things up. And now Gilray. One quick pass, they'll move it up. Gilray will slow it up. Plenty of time with 20 on the clock. Gilmore two-man game. Right side, left side. Back in. Haig and tried to sneak it by, but went off a defender, and now it's Estrat. No one's going to catch Pitt. On the move. Great save. I think save, but post. So I think that one rung off the metal, and the Outlaws dodge a bullet there with just under a minute left and a man short. Wallace goes for a little bit of a run. Wallace will get that shot right on. Good job by Peyton Wallace. He'll earn a breather, and now the Outlaws will work it up and work the final 30 seconds here of this power play. We're under the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Outlaws with a 3-goal lead. Gilray. Haig hovering in the middle of that dotted half circle. Terry had a notion. Good job, Jones, with the pressure, and enough to not allow Oshawa to do anything with it. Now picked up, final 6 seconds left in the man short. Minute and a half left in the half. Cooper Jackson on the roll down. Jeffroy. Shot right on. Rebound picked up. Floats there. Backhand try and creased the call. So a good job, but a great piece of officiating there. Both on it. Oshawa turning up with Geddes. Geddes across, and not able to catch that one cleanly was McNutt. And now the other way, Brampton. Underhand. That was a bullet on the money. Emmett Ross getting the job done, and in timely fashion with just under a minute to go here. It's a 7-5 game. Off the draw. Brampton fighting for it. Matthews has a man with him in Jones. Matthews fakes. Goes to the twister. Great save. Good job by Greenfield as he did some footwork there. I think I'd be injured for a week and a half if I tried that. Nolan gets it across. Karam bouncer. Wickets closed. So a good job there by Brown. Read the opportunity, but Bowden up to the task. 30 seconds left now in the second. Estrat. Sunderland, he's been quiet. On the roll, has Estrat. Scooped up, though, by Greenfield. Greenfield had a notion. One pass, Tagore. 20 on the game clock. Tagore puts on the brakes. 15. Looking for someone. They'll have to go to work. 10 now. Haig will keep it out. They'll hold it for the final shot. 5. Haig's going to take it. 2. And they get nothing out of it. But with all due respect, an outstanding 30 minutes played by the Outlaws. They lead this one 7-5. We'll be back with the third. Back here as we get set for the third quarter. Off the draw, kicked back, up in the air, flipped up. Oshawa will get possession and move it up and over the timeline. Good job by Rob Cloford to dump that off, and they'll set it up on the half boards, this time the right side. Chamberlain out there on the right. Haig working alongside McNutt. Haig skip across with 8 on the shot clock. Josh Gilray from way out. Good save made. Rebound picked up, and that's an early hit the call, and they will give possession back to Oshawa and a fresh 20. So if you wanted to assess the first 30 minutes, you'd certainly be impressed with what the Outlaws brought to the table. Not that Brampton has played any kind of lackluster or slouch lacrosse, and a big save there as the carom was played perfectly by Zach Terry, but wasn't able to pocket that. Both teams defensively have been tight, and neither team has scored on the power play, 2 each. They're both 0-2. Oshawa in transition. Thought about it, but give way now, and it's Jay Gilmore swinging across to the left. They'll set things up, wait for Haig. Haig missing his counterpart. That's right on the crease, but Brown, I think, put his foot on that line, and now possession belongs to Brampton. Matthews, he'll bring it up over the timeline. Sunderland will work one-on-one. Sunderland with Hickey on him. Ward, isolated, good duck in. Ward, duck back. High sticking, and that's a definite call there, right on the doorstep, and a crease call, but a high sticking penalty will go to the Outlaws and send the Express to their third power play of the game. So Ryan Olin, the guilty party, and a chance here for Brampton to close the gap. Trailing by 2, 7-5. And it'll be the usual suspects. Ward again at the top. Jeffroy, Ferreira, Sunderland, and Estrad. Everyone will get a touch. They'll go to work now. That one, Jeffroy right off the net guard. And Oshawa now will look to move it up over the timeline, and they do. Webb. Gilray looking to burn some clock. Gets a late screen, flips it up high, and it's run down and tracked down by Kobe Hanser. Hanser, skip across. 8 on the shot clock. Good glove save. Steered aside. Terry's going to battle for it, and he'll get a hold. Nate Jones in there, and a great move by Terry. My! Slick like Watts over to Gilray through a crowd, and it actually got stopped not by the netminder, but by Keaton Walsh. And now Walsh looked like he may have gotten ahead of himself there. It's scooped up and on the run, 3-on-1. Ward, airborne, bouncer, no goal. So ruled that he landed in the crease before the ball crossed the line. Oshawa back in the offensive end with 45 seconds left to burn. McDonnell doing a good job. He'll retreat to the bench. McNutt working one-on-one. He gets worked over hard. His shot from way out. Job well done. Brampton now will work with the final 25 seconds here, the man advantage. Estrad. Both teams really have struggled with the man advantage. They've done a good job in collecting offensive rebounds, but their percentage shooting-wise and from where they're getting their shots, just not in the best location. That one a good one from Jeffroy, but an easy save by Greenfield who cut down the angle. One pass now, penalty over. Teams back to full strength. So still no power play goals in this one. Haig, he'll survey the situation. Beats one defender, runs into another, goes back around, goes to the sidearm, and a good save made there by Bowden. And now Brampton will look to move it up with Jones. Brook will swing it across. Ferreira on the screen and roll, 10 on the shot clock. Brook gets it back, dumps it. Ferreira's going to have to track it down. Good job defensively. Ward bails him out from way out. That underhand right on. Scooped up by Ferreira. Fresh 20. They'll swing it back around, create some space in tight, and then getting tangled up in that far side. And I believe that's Ferreira on the ground, and so it's definitely Lucas Ferreira and Rob Clofer. So they'll both go. I imagine they'll be coincidental minors for roughing, and that is the case. So teams will open up the floor now, 4-on-4. Hats off to the officiating crew. They've done a good job in communicating with the coaches and the players. They've been right on every call. They've been decisive, and great job as expected. Gilmore was looking for Haig to give and go, but Haig didn't go. It's gone and went, as is Matthews. Moving it up. Colin Matthews puts on a break. Ward trailing. Ward steps into one. Tried to go short side off the post. And Tagore battling for it, but it's picked up. And a good job there to move it up by McDonnell. Good job to shed a defender and get it to Gilray. Gilray working with Haig. Haig one-on-one. Looking to duck in. Pulls it back out. 7 on shot clock. Haig gets a step. Haig has been the man. My, oh my, you're going to need to double him up as he's a handful. That's his 4th of the game. And it's an 8-5 lead for the Outlaws. I tell you, Oshawa doing a good job offensively, spreading the floor and allowing Gareth Haig to sort of create his own opportunity. Did a good job with a couple of hesitation moves and stop-start, created enough of an opening. And his shooting today has been pinpoint. He has worked the bounce and exposed the 5-hole on Bowden on more than one occasion. Back to it now. Terry. He'll wait. McNutt. Terry, one-on-one. That shot well wide of the mark. And Estrat read that off the home boards. Estrat picks the corner. Penn Estrat. 2nd of the game. And I tell you, it doesn't get any craftier than that. You want to talk home turf advantage? Estrat knew exactly the way that ball was going to bounce off the board, played the angle perfectly on a defender, scooped that up, went by him, and parked it for his 2nd of the game. Estrat now with 4 goals in this season, and McDonald now going to go for a run, get it over the timeline. So an 8-6 game now, as they'll set things up now with Jeff Roy. Sunderland will swing it around. Estrat looking for an opening on the run. Sets his feet right on, but an easy save. Oshawa now looking to bounce out, and it's going to be a back-in call. So a good job to push big Ben McDonnell there, and Sunderland with a good hard sidearm right on. And penalties now, the Coincidental Miners are over. Teams now back to 5 aside. We are inching toward the 8-minute mark. 3rd quarter. 8-6. Outlaws. Haig. Beam on him. Gilmore lofts it up. Brown going to have to go for a run. 5 in the shot clock. Dakota Brown running out of room. Gets bounced against the boards, and that'll be possession belonging to Brampton. Good defense by the defending champs. One pass now up over the timeline. They'll set things up. Ross. He'll give way now and work it over to the left side. Ward, one-on-one. Ward gets some room. Ward lets it go. Just missed that top corner. Rebound. Picked up. Shovel. Ward tried to go airborne, but it floated right out of his pocket. And a good job, but time winding down will give possession back to the Outlaws. They'll waste no time working it in transition. Terry. McDonald right on him tight as soon as he got that ball in his stick, and they'll slow it up now. McNutt. Slide back out. 7 on the shot clock. Chamberlain. Chamberlain steps into one, and a good save by Bowden. And with 6:49, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Ready to inbounds here, and I'm looking at the Brampton net that's empty. And not quite sure what the strategy is here, but they did have the extra attacker. Now Bowden will get back into the net and they'll set things up with 20. Ward trying to bring Nolan out a little further. Gets it. Sutherland puts on the brakes, has room, goes to a good overhand, and that goes off the post and on a play. So a fresh 20 now. Remember, in the Arena Lacrosse League, 30-20 shot clock, not 30-30. On the reset, you only get 20. Ward, great move to duck in. Nolan, great job defensively, and Oshawa closed up that opportunity. Tagore on the run. Tagore, flip over, and unfortunately not able to handle it was McDonnell, as that was a tough pass from Tagore, but a good idea. 6 minutes to go here in the third. Ferreira looking to get a running start. Ducks back in, no shovel, good hesitation. Diving, extra bounce, but a great save made there by Greenfield. Geddes had a notion, but he'll keep it now and take it strong. Geddes bouncer off the post and out of play. So a good job and a good decision by Jeff Geddes to go on the offensive attack. Terry will work it across. Gilmore. Gilroy deep on that right crease. Terry gets a screen. Thought about a 4 on the shot clock. Gonna have to hurry. Twister right on, and that one finds the mark. So slipping the 5-hole. The Outlaws have been working that the entire game, and it pays off for them one more time. Reed Chamberlain, and I'm not quite sure if that's Reed's first Arena Lacrosse League goal or not, but certainly the first that I've witnessed, and it's a 9-6 game. So I'll tell you, on paper, coming into this game, Brampton was favored. And the Outlaws have stepped up and have certainly upped their game here today. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. Estrat got a screen, kicked it back out, and they'll work it left side to Ward. Ward on the curl, dumps it back down. No look pass, in tight. Not able to connect, and that's going to be an illegal cross-check in the back. And I think the Outlaws are going to be short a man. And it is an illegal cross-check. And good job to hang in there by Jaden Berge. Knew he was going to get hit. Max McPherson, the guilty party. And now Brampton, for the fourth time, will go to the man advantage. 0 for 3. That shot right on by Ferreira. Tried to go after his own rebound, but it's scooped up. Good stick work, one hopper into the offensive end. Tell you, in this game, it pays to have a agile goalie and a goalie that knows how to throw, as it alleviates some of that pressure. And you can see Tagore with 6 on the shot clock. Tagore pulls back out. Tagore has it taken away, gets it back, and takes a shot on net. So a good job by Josh Tagore. And now Brampton will get their chance on offense here. Under a minute 20 to go in the power play, just over 4. Sutherland, you can see him starting to find his groove. His shots are a little harder, a little more accurate. And now weaving his way up over the timeline is McDonnell. McDonnell teetering on that, gauge board on him. Under a minute to go now, a man short, double team. Good job, Jonah Beam will close it off. Matthews has it. Matthews kicks it ahead. He's working with board. Matthews will slow it up and kick it back to the top with Estrad. Good decision. Just under 40 seconds to go. We're at the 3.5-minute mark, third quarter. Estrad gives off. Ward was looking for the short side, but Greenfield having none of it. Loose again, Estrad, fresh 20. Kick across Sutherland. And that one from Ward rung some iron, but no mesh. And they'll get 20 more with 20 seconds left in the power play. Looking to try to gap that box. Burke out there as well. Underhand from Estrat again. Fresh 20. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Going to have to be leery of the man coming out of the box. So the Outlaws have held the defending champs off the score column in the power play department, and that one rolls all the way down. So Webb's going to scoop it up. A chance here for Oshawa with numbers. Haig, point blank, stopped. Rebound, Gilroy stopped. Mayan, that one no, as Bowden did everything he could. Stopped the first, the second, but just couldn't stop the third. Give credit to Dakota Brown standing on the doorstep. And my mistake, it looks like Max McPherson with the quick hands. Sorry, Dakota. Take that one away from you, but big goal there for the Outlaws. Extends the lead now to 10-6. Great effort laying on the carpet by Rob Clofer, and now it's Saint gets it over the timeline. Puts on the brakes. Kick over. They'll set it up now on offense. Big shot and a big finish. Zach Terry in the building for the third time. 8th of the season. 11-6 in favor of the Outlaws. So the momentum has shifted 3 unanswered for Oshawa, and no sign from Jeff Dowling and company as to a timeout with just over 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. They'll play through it. 5-goal advantage for the Outlaws. Saint will get it and settle things down as he gets over the timeline. He'll wait. Haig will set up shop. Gareth Haig has been outstanding. Swing across. Gilray on the run. That one went off a defender and beam. Picked up. Brampton, no. Good flip up ahead. Gage Board. One-on-one. Board waits for Ward. And now he has a trailer in Jeffroy. Dumps it off Ward. One-on-one. Ward steps into one over the net. Rebound. Sutherland. Great job of boxing out. Collects the loose ball. 10 on the shot clock. Kick away. Another quick shot goes off the crossbar and out of play. So a great feed. Ward to Board. But they come away empty. Sutherland. Tagore chasing him around. Brooke. Shot right on, and a good job there by Greenfield to lay out. Now quick pass ahead. Nolan almost pocketed that one. Instead it goes netminder to netminder. And now Bowden will look to return the favor. Gets it to Ward. Quick pass, Estrat. Under a minute to go now in the third. Estrat working a 2-man game here. Out late was Berge, and it gets knocked down. Ferreira fight for it here. Picked up and picked the corner. Great work by Kobe Hanser. There's a bit of the X factor coming to play as the Outlaws rolling on all cylinders now. It's 12-6. So you could go into detail about how that unfolded, and I think that will force the hand as just going to wait and see who that is coming in. If that looks like Lane Harushka. So Miles Plater has come in, pardon me. Final 26 seconds. Terry. Haig. Fighting his way to the net, and this time it's a crease call, as you know Gareth Haig never shy to get in the middle of anything, and offensively he has been a thorn in the side of the Express this entire evening. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Estrat gonna have to hurry if they want to go. 4, Shot from way out, and once again, Brampton a little casual this time, and through 3 quarters to play, it's the visitors from Oshawa with a 12-6 lead. Locked and loaded as we get set for the final 15 here at Memorial Arena in Brampton, Ontario. Lance Wynn, JVI Productions, as usual. Tomorrow's game will be the Six Nations Snipers and Toronto Monarchs. That will take place at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, 1:30 p.m. And off the draw, looks like Matthews with an illegal cross-check. So right off the gate, the Outlaws, even though they've only had 2 power plays, they haven't scored yet. They still have dominated in a 5-on-5 scenario, and they go back to work here with the man advantage. And with a 6-goal lead, if you're Brampton, you can't afford to fall any deeper into the hole here heading into this final quarter. Stepping in, Gilray, point blank. So Mateo Bowden back in the game. Plater was just to give him a bit of a breather, and now Haig at the top. They'll work it with 10 on the shot clock. They'll go to work now. Haig with 3. Going to have to let it go. Haig from way out. Again goes to the bouncer. This time nothing doing. And 1:20 left in the man short. And it'll be Board. Gage Board over the timeline. That flip, good hands there to keep that one in possession with 10 on the shot clock now. Ward working one-on-one, flips it back one hand. Sutherland leaves it, and now a chance here for the Outlaws in transition. And thought about it, but pulled that out to McPherson, who picked up a goal earlier, and they'll slow it down now and work the final 36 seconds of this power play. In tight as Hay got that into center, still floating around. Horsley had it but lost it. Gilray comes away with it. Haig. And they run out of time as there was no clear possession, so no reset. And Brampton now will try to burn the final 20 seconds of this penalty. Sunderland. He has been quiet in this game. Ward. Ward with Aiden Saint on him, the big man. Working him on the boards. Penalty over. Team's back even. Ward with 5 in the shot clock. And he gets pulled down but creased the call. And now it'll go back the other way with Nolan. Nolan had a sneaky goal earlier in this one. The Outlaws have gotten a lot of contributions from some areas that they don't regularly get it from, and that's just a good sign of good team chemistry, good coaching. The rule of thumb, if a guy's open, give him the ball. 7 on the shot clock. And that one, good underhand by Gilmore, but Bowden was in the right position to handle that easily, and now it's Board. Board. Wrong stick side, took a shot. Rebound, Jeff Roy working back to Board. Board will bring it back out, 15 on the shot clock. Sutherland, good duck in. Gets held a bit, no call. Sutherland's shot. He tried to sneak it 5-hole, but a good save there by Greenfield. I like the way this Greenfield looks between the pipes. He's solid. Tagore will dump off, and they'll set it up now and work it to Haig. Haig looking again. This time he gets knocked down, but McDonald loses his stick, and Bowden with a great save. Good offensive rebound. Fresh 20. Haig again from the side. Nothing doing. That will go off the bench, and now it's Horsley, and there's no play because it touched one of the players on the bench. So excellent call by Brad Fennell. Had that been clean and come back, then it would have been a play where it lies. So good job by the officials crew as Sutherland looks for an opening. Sunderland and finding the mark. So a good job there, as you could just see Zach Sutherland quiet for a while, slowly but surely getting better, and he's on the board for the first time. Fourth of the season for Sutherland, and it's 12-7. So with 11:18 to go here in this fourth, Brampton's going to need more than just a solo performance. They're going to need back-to-back-to-back helpers. Go on a little run here as Geddes keeps the feet going. Good job by Geddes as Matthews swipes at him. So Geddes kept the feet moving. Good job on his part. And now Gilray. And that'll be too much on the incidental, and that's going to be a delay of game. So frustration as McNutt knows the rule. Once the whistle blows, you can't do anything to impede the offensive player or touch the ball, and that was an easy call. So fifth time the Express going to power play. They're 0 for 4. So back at it here. This will be an area that I'm sure Jeff Dowling and company, Ryan Campbell will certainly have to make some adjustments. Estrat, that's a beauty try as he tried to work that inside low corner, but Greenfield somehow got enough of it to make the save. Good lead pass, but that's going to get picked off. McDonald, he'll bring it right back into the offensive end. Estrat. So delay a game, the official call there. The hidden ball trick really not in effect as Estrat will slide over to that right side shooter. Skip pass right on as you saw Greenfield spread the wings wide and looking for a quick transition. And that's too much contact. Will give possession to Oshawa. So 1:04 left in the man short. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Gilray, wrong stick side, leans in. But Jonah Beam leaned back and put the kibosh on that. Outlaws keeping it outside with Haig. Haig on the hedge. Good save made there. Beam steps into one, flips it up deep. Chance here, Sutherland. Sutherland! 2 in a row for the Express. They got a pulse. It's 12-8. Back-to-back goals from Sunderland on a great transition feed. And now the lead has shrunk to 4 with just under 9.5 to go. I'm not quite sure there are any sweaty palms yet, but Matthews now on the attack. Matthews goes to the far side. So in a blink of an eye, 3 straight from the Brampton Express. It's 12-9. Colin Matthews just doing a good job. The kid never stops working, and that's what's impressive about him. Saw an opening, even though he was on his wrong stick side. Brought the hands over for the twister, able to find that far corner. Off the draw. Outlaws get on it. Terry answered last time. Tried again, stopped, and now it's Estrat. Quick pass ahead, Jones. Trailing his board. Good defense, though, by the Outlaws. Jones will retreat. Ward will get out there. Gage board, waits for the screen. Ducks in, looks, swings it around Ward. Surveys. Can't get a screen. He's going to work his way in. That goes off the shoulder pad. Rebound. Underhand bullet. Stopped by Greenfield. Picked up now, and here come the Outlaws. Quick pass ahead. Haig. He'll curl back out. Bounce pass. It's a bad one. Horsey in a race for it. Horsley. And that's an over and back anyway. Possession to Brampton. 8.5 to go. Brampton rolling right now. They have reeled off 3 straight to get back in this game. Outlaws need a stop here. Ward. Kick out. Sutherland's been feeling it. Sutherland finds a crease. Sutherland to the bouncer. 12-10. 4 straight for Brampton. You talk about coming alive in the fourth quarter. Zach Sutherland has done just that. And now with over 8 minutes to play, that's like almost a lifetime in lacrosse. The deficit now just 2. Off the draw. It's knocked back. Jonah Beam going to make that long run. Him and Geddes going to meet up there. Geddes going to keep those legs moving again and have to zip it across and over the timeline. Low pass. Haig fighting for it. Gilray bails him out on that side with Terry. Gilray will go for a run, get back to his stick side. Oshawa needs a little composure here. Looking inside traffic, going to be a penalty. And Haig goes around the other side, but I think he was on the crease, and that's going to be a penalty call. So Estrat is going to go for the slash. The Outlaws are going to go back to the power play. That'll be their 4th opportunity. They're 0 for 3 up to this point. And if ever they needed to stop a roll, now is the time. And it may not necessarily have to be a goal, but definitely have to burn some time off the clock. So Haig's at the top here. Usual suspects that have been out there on the power play are out there again. Terry working that left side with Gilmore. They'll swing it to the right now and jumpstart the offense. Haig had a notion. Back out, changes his angle, goes to the sidearm, goes off the defender and out. So that'll be 20 and stay right here. Still 1:33 left in the man advantage. 7:10 to go in this game. Terry. That one finds the mark. So Terry steps up and buries his 4th of the game. It comes courtesy the power play, first power play goal of this game. And with that said, that will take us to our, and we were going to go to timeout. We're going to stay right here. So a big goal for the Outlaws extends the lead back to 3 now. And now with the official stoppage, that will take us to our final officials timeout. Back here after our officials timeout as 3-goal game. The lead belongs to the visitors from Oshawa. Possession, no, belongs to the home side Express. Kick it across, Ferreira. He's been quiet in this ball game, working the 2-man game. Ward, good move on the shake. Ward keeps it tight. He'll curl back out, zip it across. Sutherland plays the carom, 10 on the shot clock. Sutherland, backhand pass in tight, but a good job defensively to keep that one from doing a whole lot was McDonnell. And 1 pass over the timeline. Outlaws back to work on O. Brampton now extending the pressure. Board forces the turnover. McDonald going to jump in the rush. Board spins off a defender. Flip back. McDonald waits for the trailer. Sutherland bounces off one. And that one rolled, and that was close. I'm not sure from my vantage point, but maybe with the spin it never crossed the line, but couldn't get any closer now. And it's Nolan. Gilmore out of the back door. Under 6 to go. Gilmore's going to slow it up. Time right now on the side of the Outlaws, trying to hold on and pick up their first win of the season against the defending champs, sitting at 1-0. Gilray, skip across, and a quick release, but a good job by Bowden. Was nailed to that post and did a good job to give up nothing. Matthews. Estrat, think about it. And get it to Sutherland. Sutherland on the run, and a change-up knuckleball. Fools Greenfield, and Sutherland again in the house, stepping up in the 4th with his 4th of the game. I'm not so sure if Sutherland doesn't get stick checked, if Greenfield doesn't have his sights on that. He stopped everything else from that angle, throwing the fact that Sutherland would have been on his wrong stick side, and that would have favored the goaltender, but instead, fortuitous bounce, and it's a 13-11 game, and still with just over 5 minutes to play, Brampton now controls with Nate Jones. So Brampton in a good position here with possession. Half boards Estrat. He's been dynamite today. On the flip, until then anyway, as Tagore will race up the other way one-on-one. And they'll close that off. Tagore had no intention, though, of going on the attack, and they'll set it up Haig. He'll work the left side now with Terry. Terry tried to go to the underhand bounce, wide of the mark. Gilray had it stripped now. Matthews, he's going to go in alone. Matthews got to put on the Jets. Matthews stays outside, dump off, and gets it back. And I'm not quite sure where we were with that play, as Matthews should have taken it strong to the net and tried to bury it. And instead now an opportunity missed for just over 4 minutes, and it's Haig. Gilmore. Quick pass, great toe save made there on a good quick shot by Brown. Ball loose. Good hustle to get it back out, swing around, fresh 20 for the Outlaws. 3:40 to go here, fourth quarter. 2-goal lead for Oshawa. And that's going to be an interference call, so Brampton now has to go to work here. There's no time to be nonchalant, casual, sitting on the dock of the bay. Got to go for it now with Ferreira. Dumps it off. Good job to get in, but Tagore made the save that time, and a quick pass ahead. And McDonald's going to race around, pick up that loose ball, and slide off a defender. Here come the Express now into the offensive end. Ferreira. Sutherland trailing. Ferreira on the dump up. Estrat gets a screen. Estrat leans in. Wrong stick side, but lets it go. Easy save made there by Greenfield, and now Nolan's going to lug it over the timeline. Under 3 minutes to go. 2-goal lead. Dump it. Terry on the run, and a great sliding save by Bowden. Standing tall at the right time. Quick pass. And Board now able to get it, regroup, and get it into the offensive end. Gets a screen on the roll. Chance here, and Ward finds Board's underhand miss. Ward gets taken down, and that's going to be possession, belongs to Brampton. 2:25 to go here. Sutherland. Board. Size it up. Board lets it go. That one wide of the mark. Rebound picked up. Good job on the carom. Looking for the duck in. Nothing doing there. Brook gets it over in tight, and good collapsing defense by the Outlaws. Tagore on the run. No numbers on a 2-on-2. Haig trailing. But again, we're at the 2-minute warning, and a good decision by Josh Tagore to pull that one out. Gilray. 10 on the shot clock. Gilray to the right side. Ducks back to the middle. Gilray floats it toward the net. Time winding down. And a push. And a good job will give possession to the Outlaws as Braden Hickey rolling around out there and gets into it with Mitchell Jeffroy. And now it's back to the right side. Chamberlain. Minute 20 to go. Shot clock will wind all the way down, and Gilroy will just leave it. So playing the clock are the Outlaws here. 2-goal lead, minute 13 to go. Here comes Bowden into the bench for the extra attacker. Here come the Express. Again, running low on time. We're into the final minute here. Ferreira. Jones out there as the sixth man. Sutherland 10 on the shot clock. Pass. Jones gets bounced out. Nate Jones, Sutherland from way out, and it's stopped. Chance here to loft it up, and in the corner, net empty. Bowden races back, 40 seconds to go. McPherson took a hard hit, sacrifice, and now Brampton has a chance, 30 seconds left. Board, got to go for it here. Ward, got to take that. Good save by Greenfield. When he spreads those wings, boy, oh boy. Brampton collects it with Horsley. Sutherland, got to take it. 15 on the game clock. In tight, Board, scores! Gage Board with 12.8 on the clock. And it's a one-goal game here. So each team with a timeout remaining, 12.8 seconds left here. Fasten your seatbelt if you don't already have it fastened. So a big draw right here. And that's going to be an interference call, and I think it's a good one. Nice try on that one, but and a good smile. So 10.3, possession belongs to Brampton. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. 10.3, one-goal game. Sutherland has had the hot hand in this quarter. So the ball starts right at center. They're going to have to put some more time on the clock. I believe 10.3 was where it was at. 10.4 is nothing. So here we go. Sutherland's had the hot hand. Brampton's going to get the last shot. Net empty. Extra attacker on. Outlaws trying to hang on for their first win. Swing around. 5 on the game clock. Ward wrapped up. Backhand try wide. And the Oshawa Outlaws will hang on and win this one 13-12 in a thriller. Friday night here at Memorial Arena. Boy, that was a good one with the win. The Outlaws will even their record to 1-1. The Express, they are even now at 1-1. On behalf of JVI Productions, the Arena Lacrosse League, stick around. We still have to interview our player of the game.